Blow the horn. Blow the horn. There you go. Get out of my way. All right, friends and neighbors. Might call this a bloopers reel. You might notice the engine stand with a big plug of oil underneath it. And a truck with no engine. So, I guess a little background. Since my last video, I actually got the truck to run pretty well. Truck started out, it didn't want to take 4 barrels and worked good down low, but didn't really want to rev. Played with it, tinkered with it. That's long story short. I got it to rev, and it actually made what I thought was pretty good power. And I brought it back and trying to hurry up for dinner and pulled it back in the shop, and I heard it knocking. So what started out to be a mock-up session, after I dropped the oil, I realized I had big trouble, so I pulled it apart. And to my dismay, not a 60-some thousand mile engine. Pretty worn indeed. Heavily sludged and remarkably dry for having been a running engine. I was showing pressure on the oil pressure gauge on the dashboard, but the pressure it was reading wasn't making it much past there because the engine was dry. Tore up 3 rod bearings, ruined the crank, and I don't have the final results from the machine shop yet, but they're cleaning up and seeing if any of it's savable. Block's pretty worn in. Probably gonna need a board to get it back round. To be honest with you, I don't know if I'm up for all this. I'm starting to consider plan B. That was purchased as a spare, but might come in handy here in a minute. So, Mr. Heavy Chevy's not been made aware of any of this. I've been fairly secretive with him. Mostly because I don't know what I'm going to do. I had a pretty good plan for the V6 as far as the induction system goes 3 times. And the last one I had, as far as the design went, I was pretty excited about it. And I said, I'm going to get the front clip off, start mocking up. And after I drained the oil, I realized that I might need to reconsider yet again. So, I don't know if you'll see this video before or after. I might call it a bloopers reel and save it till the end, depending on which route I go, but gotta love a project. At least I got help. Look at him. He'd help me push my truck if it was broke. Friends and neighbors, my mama's car on the lift. Got this one shined up. See, I figure out how to do this. Oh, yes. Furniture polish and bleach white, all you need. So coming up next week, we got a big mountain trip annual event. Thought I might take in a car show in the morning, so decided to shine them up. This one needed an oil change, but when I brought it in, I had little to no oil pressure on the gauge. And then I spied some drippies. Identified it to be the oil pressure line to the gauge. Not connected, severed in half at the firewall. So got that fixed. Let me see if I can get you a light here. Got Mama's car up. First time y'all seen this probably, but got Hotchkiss 2-inch lowering springs. Fairly new 2.5-inch pipes stainless exhaust with some reused Flowmasters that saw some road action with the old springs. The new subframe connectors. Jegs. Did have to modify them a little bit. Tabs were turned the wrong way. I don't know if that's a year variance or what, but got it in. Got new polyurethane bushings for the subframe. Oil's coming on out again. Hotchkiss springs. Some standard Monroe shocks, nothing fancy. 1 3/16 sway bar. I just measured it because I was curious. New sway bar bushings, of course. This car is completely different after doing the suspension upgrades, subframe connectors and bushings and springs. I mean, it's not even the same car. This car does have an Oldsmobile engine in it. It was a 403, supposedly been punched to a 409. I rebuilt that power steering pump at Easter. It looks like it's leaking again. Ain't that something? It's always something. Anyways, this is the bottom side of it. We put it down and shine it up. I'll take a video of the top, I guess. Yeah. So you see that one, right? There ain't no engine in it. Still pondering the solution. Alright, so there we go. Oil changed, all shined up. I'm trying to remember to take my camera and we'll get some footage of the car show tomorrow.